Hello, welcome to my channel. Uh, Nice having you guys back. So, in our last class, we talked about um, sets and the methods that are involved in sets, which is very, very important. So, this section, we are going to be talking about uh, dictionaries, which we are going to explore in this. So, stay tuned, sit tight, and watch out. Make sure you subscribe if you have not subscribed, and smash the like button, share with loved ones and friends, colleagues, and let's go. So this time around, the first stuff here I want to do before diving deep to my explanation is to create a file. So I'm just gonna call this file dictionary. I'm gonna call it dictionary.py, dictionary.py, and I'm going to hit enter. So just cool like that. So permit me to zoom in so you get to have a clear view of what I'm about to do. So in creating a dictionary is another kind of data type, but in this kind of data type, they store data in keys and value. So the keys are used to hold the value. For instance, in a list or something that looks like this, a list. So we have, for instance, we have another one called so, and we have another one called me, something like that. So we saw me. For me to access this, I use index number. So I assume that this is for index 0, the index of 0, this index of 1, and this index of 2. So the index number is just like the key. So whenever we want to access it, we are going to do something like the name of the list, whatever the name is, name of list, the name of list, then we are going to pass in the index number, whether it's 1, 2, or 0. So whatever the index number is, we pass it in there. So that's for the list stuff we're talking about. So in dictionary, we don't have index, we have what is called keys that holds the value. So although dictionary are unordered lists, when we talk about unordered, just as sets, they are unordered, but recently our recent version of dictionary is ordered, and not like the previous one, which is in Python 3.7. So a dictionary is a collection which is ordered, changeable, and do not allow duplicates. So just a bit of similarities, although the previous version they were all similar except the fact that one deals with keys and value and the other one deals with only the value. But in this other stuff we're talking about, it's a little more difference coming up, which is ordered and unordered, but changeable, and this thing, yeah. So let's move forward to explain, to prove those points, so to know. So whenever you were trying to create a dictionary, for you to be able to create a dictionary, you're going to call the name of the dictionary, whatever the name of your dictionary is. So I'll just call my own Wistin. Wistin, that's the name of my dictionary. So I might just call it Wistin channel. Channel, like that. So whatever I can call it, then I assign it to a curly braces or a curly bracket. So and you can see we have a variable called what, Wistin channel, which is storing the value of dictionary. Whatever I have there is a dictionary. So now this, at default, is dictionary, but depend on what I want to do with it changes it. So if you see me come and do something like this, I put WE, I put SO, I put something like CO, and I come over here to view. Can you see it has changed to what? A set of strings. A set of strings. You can see that. But at default, without this, it is considered to be a dictionary. So I want you to take note of that. Now, what we are looking forward to in this is, before we proceed, or before we push further, before we move further, we are going to be creating a key and a value. So a key is what is the sub variables that are saving those information. So in Wisdom channel, we have the let me say latest video, so something like that. Now I'm gonna put this in a quote like this. You can see that, and I'm gonna include the next one, which is be the name of the video. So I'm just call it Python full course, like that. So that's of a very single data we have just inserted. So this at the left hand side is the key, is recognized as the key, and this key is storing the value of Python. So I hope we get that. So the key can be whatever you want it to be. I can put number of videos, like that. So I can put a value like 111 111 videos, something like that. And I can still move further to add other stuff. Now it's just like your dictionary. So for in your dictionary, real life dictionary, we have words and their meaning. So this word, this is, let's assume that this is our key, which is the word, and this is the meaning of that word. So for instance, I'm talking about let me create a word, a very simple word, power. Power. So let me assume that power is a word in the dictionary, and this is the explanation of that word, the ability to do work. So power is the ability to do work. So it's kind of an explanation to this keyword we have in here. So that is how to create a dictionary, the basic way of creating a dictionary. So as I said earlier, in Python 3.7, dictionaries are ordered, but in the earlier versions, that's 3.6 and 3.2 and whatever, they were unordered. So I think I'm using the latest version of Python. So if, for instance, I come over and I print the information, I print what we have there, which is Wisdom channel. So I expect to get output. So let me run that. Python 3 space dictionary.py. Okay. Okay, I'm having question is okay. Let me remove the 3 there, so I don't know what's going on. Okay, so yeah, we have this in place. We have latest video, which is Python course. So the way it is arranged here, you see number of videos 111, here number of videos 111, power and the ability to do work. The same thing too is also applicable here. So you can see, so at the end of every stuff I save in my dictionary, I add a comma to separate. I can even add a comma here. It's proper, but that won't create any errors. So that is it. The way I do, even though I run this again, it's still the way it is without changing anything. So it's an ordered form of saving data. We all established the fact that when we are writing a dictionary, we insert in an open and a close curly braces, just as we do in sets. So that is very, very important to know that. So whenever there is a duplicate in this thing, there's always when we have duplicate keys. So for instance, I duplicate this key, Ctrl CB. So now we now have this, maybe with let me put the same data and let's see what's going to happen. So I'll run this now. I'll run this and you see we have latest video here, which is full course. Then we have number of videos, which is 111, right? And this is the last one there. You see, although in this scenario we have what, two number of videos here, which is 111. So what about if I change this to 115? What's going to happen when I change that to 115? So you can see this particular one I've created have overwritten the value of the previous one. The previous one was 111 and this new one I just added have changed the value. So the one that is now recognized is the last one that I created, which is 115. You can see that. So that is that when there is a duplicate. That's what happens when there is a duplicate. Duplicate value will overwrite the previous value. So we can also use this. That's why the fact that we have how many data here? We have 1, 2, 3, just 3. So we can check the length of data we have in here to know. So to do that, you use the length to do that. So I'm just going to say len. So I'm just going to say Wisting channel. I'll assign that to total. So like that. So I'll change this to total. So you can see that now I can go ahead and run that. So you can see we have 3. You can imagine, although we have 4 stuff here, but I'm surprised that we are having 3 as our final output, which is something that looks strange or something that looks new. So instead of 4 we are having 3 because this is a duplicate, so it's being ignored. That value is being ignored as a duplicate, and this is counted as 1 and this is as 3. So that is it. So we want to know, for instance, we want to know the type of data. So I can just call it data type, data underscore type, type, like that. Then I'm going to assign it to type, the type of what? Wisting channel. So it's going to give us the type when I put data type here. So let me clear my screen. So I'm going to hit enter and run this again. So you can see our class is a dictionary. We have been seeing this class, so we are going to check more on where this is coming from, so which is very, very important to do that. So that's for types and lengths. So that's the basic stuff we need to discuss about. Now, apart from this, there are other ways we can create a dictionary. You know, in our previous one, we talked about sets. I introduced two ways in which we can use to create a set, which is very important. So this one, I'm going to introduce another way. It's a constructor, actually, just as the previous one too is a constructor. So for instance, I want to create another dictionary. I can use a keyword. So I'll just call this Wisting Club, like that. So Wisting Club, I'm going to equate it to this keyword, which is called DICT, like that, and in a bracket. So how do we make use of this? So for instance, I want to do the same thing we have here in this. So how can I do that? I'm going to copy this. Yeah, so I don't need to, I just copy this, paste it here, and I'm going to equate it to the value I want to equate it. So the value there is Python full course, just like that. So I'm just going to paste it there. So that's for the first value. I can do that for the second one too. I can put number of videos like this, and I paste it here, and I'm going to equate it to the number of videos. So in this case here, it's the number, so I just put 111. I will go to the next one, which is power. I'm going to copy that of power. I'm going to paste it here, and I'm going to equate it to power is the ability to do work. I'm just going to copy this to the end, like that, and I'm going to paste it here, like that. So I'm very sure that this is going to give us the same result as the previous one. So let's try to check that out and see what we get. So I'm just going to call this Wisting Club. So let me get rid of this. Wisting Club, which we have here. So when I run this, okay, I forget to add comma somewhere. Okay, yeah, so I need to add a comma here to sort that out. Okay, so now let's clear and run again. Now you can see we have the same value like the previous one, letters, video, Python full course, inside a curly bracket. So just like the way we did this. So actually I'm very sure that there should be a difference between this and the previous one. But let me see before I assume that we have a difference. So now the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to put a space in between latest video, like this. So and I'm going to run this as Wisting channel. That's what I'm going to run as, very important. So wow, you can see now I have what, latest. Can you see that I have a latest with the space that I've added here, video. So whenever I'm calling that, I can call that like latest video with the space. So even if I add a space here, it doesn't matter. But I can't try that here. If I create a space here like this, you can see there's an error that has been underlined, or be an error that's going to be triggered. So you can see that if I try to put something like that, you can still see another error triggered, underlined red. So you can see that. So that's the difference between using this and using this. Here you can split words like this and save it in it, but in this case you can't do that. It must be joined together. And I think I'm not very sure if you can work without this. If I pull this out, you can see there is an error there, so it should be in a quote. So I'm just going to put that back. Sorry. Okay, so that's that for the constructor, the constructor. So now the next thing is, how can we access individual of this information? So in our previous stuff we talked about accessing and this thing. For us to be able to access a set, we need to loop through it, but in this case, using the platform here, I'm not very sure if we need to loop through it, but we can also look through this. But we can access this individually by just maybe the name of the channel listing, and I'll put the keyword there. So I can put power. Maybe I want to print power. I can just pass in power here, like the way it is, power. So just like that. So now if I run this, I copy this, I can call this access. But let me just look for something. Let me call it get power. So that's a variable I have created for it. So I'm just going to copy this get power and paste it here. So I'm going to clear my screen, or clear the terminal, then run that. You can see only that is printed out for the power, the ability to do work. You see, I was able to access just this part of it. So that is the importance of that. I can even access multiple when we have multiple information, when we have other information in it. That means having a set in another set. So for instance, I create a set and I call it let me call it choice. So permit me to add this and call choice like this. And in choice we still have another one, and under the choice we have an array of likes and dislikes, like that. So I might decide to access whatever we have here in choice. I can access that by just so let me shut this down. So I can just do that by just saying listing channel, then I want to access the choice which we have there. So if we print this, we are going to have, sorry, I think I'm missing something. Okay, yeah, I need to put something here, side. Okay, so let me run that. Clear. So now under that we have what types, which is set to likes and dislike. So you can see that. Now I can also access the type we have there by putting something like this. So this is going to return the other one. So accessing that, I'm just going to put type type. So the type is going to access this we have there. It's going to access that as the next thing. So you can see we don't have type. We have now, in this case, we have like and dislikes. So I might want to access the dislike. So for me to access the dislike, I'm going to put under a list have index number, so I don't need to put dislikes in quotes or likes in quotes. So what I'm just going to do, for me to be able to access dislike, I'm going to put an index of dislike. So this is index 0 and this is index 1, so I just put index 1 there, and when I run this, you can see we have dislike printed on our terminal. So that is how we can access data no matter how they are being presented. So I hope we get that. You can access multiple data and you keep on the box to access all kind of data. So dictionary takes all kind of data, including sets and whatever data you feel like inserting in it. It has a lot of children you can create in it. So apart from using the square brackets to access stuff, you can also use get method to access information on Python. So to be able to do that, I'm just going to do this. Let me just call it get all. I'll just give it a get all. I can call it whatever I want to call it. So I'm just going to call Wisting channel dot get. So you can see this will return. So based on the fact that it's returning, we need to assign it to something. So this will return the value for key if key is the dictionary, else default. So I'm just gonna say let's look at it how it is. So we're going to pass string to it. So what I'm going to do is if it's default, let me leave it default without passing anything in it, and let's us print it out first to see what we have. Get all. So let me see if we encounter any error. Okay, we expect to have an argument there. So I'm just going to pass an argument in there. So which argument? So I'm just going to pass choice, which is the argument there. Let's see. So you see we still have the same stuff printed in there. We have the same stuff printed in there. So it's returning everything the way it ought to return. So I don't know if I pass to Wisting let me see power. So it's still getting those things as the way we did for the square brackets. You understand? So that's how we can use to access each element in or each value, each key and value in a dictionary. So the next thing is we can also access all those things individually. We can also access all things individually. We might decide to access just the value, or might decide to access just the keys. So let's access just the key because we have been accessing everything that is here. So what about if we want to access all keys? All keys. So for me to be able to do that, I'm going to use the keyword. So I'm just saying get, let me say get all keys, get all keys. So for me to be able to get all keys, so I'm just gonna say listing channel dot keys, like that. So I think that should be the solution. So I'm just gonna copy this and paste it here as the stuff we discussed about earlier. Then I'm going to hit enter, and you can see it returning this sort of a thing for us, which is dic keys, which is the first key we have there is latest video, second is number of videos, third is power, fourth is choice. So you can see all the keys here: latest video, number of videos, and power and choice. So these are the keys. So we use this method to be able to access all keys. So a set like object providing a view of the dictionary keys. So that's why we have the case apostrophe s, like that, dictionaries keys. So that is it. So now if you see how the stuff arranges the stuff, just like the way it arranged a set, or the difference that we have this stuff added to it, which make it look a bit different. So that is that for that other one. So now the next thing we are going to do is we can access each value, and all the each value. For us to be able to access each value, so I'm just gonna take this and put get all values. So in getting all values, the same way we did the rest, so just call listing channel dot values, like that, and I'm going to put in a curly bracket just like that. So an object, this return the value of some stuff. So sorry for that. Okay, so now we can run that and see what we get. So it's getting dictionary values, which are all the values that have been provided in the dictionary. So this is how we get access to the values of what we have in there. So just like we have done the insert, Python also have some features just like that of set. So for instance, we can also use the update method to update some stuff on our stuff. So for instance, we have two dictionaries here. And let me get rid of this, and maybe I want to create a new dictionary, and I'll call it maybe let me call it subscribers. So I can call it subscribers. I can set it to a new object, and I can call it total sub, just like that. And I can set it to something like 2000, like that. So just like that. So I can add this new one to this other one and print all together, so we can use that for the updates. So let me get rid of this. So to do that, using the update, I'm just going to call listing channel, which we have, then dot, I'm going to create for the club stuff, which I'm going to use that. So update with subscribers. So just like that. So when we check this, it does not return anything. There is no return here. You can see there's no return, so it made it like that, so we can go ahead and still print channel and have a merged version of it. So now if and hit that, you can see we have latest blah, number of videos 15, power is equals to this choice, and at the end of here we have total sub 2000 has been meshed together by just creating Wisting channel. And you can see that in this stuff like that. So that's it for the update. We can still move further to other things that are also related to the sets that we also use in Python too. So something like pop. So pop. For instance, we can pop with a specific name, or might decide, I don't know if we'll do pop like that, what's going to happen. So so now I'm gonna say Wisting channel.pop. So I'm just gonna Wisting channel.pop, and the Wisting channel.pop, I don't know if that works like that, but let me see if it returns anything. Okay, so it doesn't return. So let me clear this and try to run that, and let's see what we get. So there's an error. We're expecting an argument, so we're going to provide argument of the particular thing we want to delete. So actually I would like to delete the number of videos. Okay, let me delete power because power is not part of it. So I would like to delete power from it. So I'm just going to provide what I want to delete, and I'm going to run that way. Now you can see that we don't have anything called power in this place. So that is it. So that's for the pop. Now the next thing there is we have what is called pop items. So this will only remove this will remove the last item. So I'm not sure if this takes takes an argument. So Wisting channel dot pop item. So this takes kind of a tuple string of anything. Let me see. Okay, tuple. Tuple. Let me create a tuple with square bracket of let me see, power. I don't know if that's going to work. Let me see, does it return? So let me see if we have an error. Okay, takes no argument. So it doesn't take an argument, like I said previously. I'm just trying to check some things out. So let me run that again. So you can see the last stuff there have been popped out. The last item, which is choice, here have been popped out. So we are only left with power, number of videos, and the rest. Get rid of this. So we are left with the rest, but power is there. The latest video is here, Python, and the rest. Just choice has been popped out, so it takes the last item from the list. So that's for that. So I'm just gonna take this out. So that's for pop item. So the next one is delete. Delete, we can use it to delete specific, just like the other one. So we don't need to store some stuff. So we can delete, like for instance, I can delete a whole the whole stuff we have here in this channel. So I want to delete everything by just using the del keyword. So use the del keyword. So this for deleting, we hover this. Okay, it's not there, so I'm just gonna paste that there. So now if we run this, let's see what's going to happen. Okay, Wisting channel is not defined. Okay, so I think it's not defined because it's deleted. That's why it's not defined. That's why it is not defined, because I've deleted that. But if I don't want to delete the whole channel, because this deleting the whole dictionary completely without finding anything to lay hands on, deleting everything, so there's nothing like that in existence. Yeah, but if I get rid of this one of these, and probably this is an error. Okay, let me backslash this, like control slash that, and we run it. Now this should work. You see, so the delete keyword have deleted the whole dictionary, and it seems as if nothing exists. So actually we can also delete a particular stuff if we don't want to delete it out. I might want to delete choice. No, I want to delete power. So I want to delete power. So if I clear and run this, you can see we have the rest, latest video, Python full course, we have number of videos, and there is nothing like power because I have deleted power from our dictionary. So we don't have the word power in our dictionary, so that has been deleted. So we also have on that one, this one does not delete the whole dictionary, but what it just do is just to clear it, get rid of every content in that dictionary, emptying the dictionary. Although the dictionary there is still in existence, but it has been emptied. So it's not kind of deleting. So I can do this by just saying dot clear, just like that. So I don't need to provide anything in there. So whenever I run this, okay, sorry, I still left that stuff there. That's a mistake. So now let's check this again without the delete. So you can see we have a dictionary. Sorry for doing this. Let me rectify that. Okay. Oh, channel. So the next one is clear. So this is going to clear the element and make it looks empty. So you can see that this is empty. So I don't know if it's possible to clear a particular thing in that, to empty a particular key. So for instance, we have a choice and we want to empty whatever that is inside this choice. So let me see if we can do that using the clear. So I have Wisting channel dot choice, which is there, dot clear, sorry, clear. So I'm not sure if this is going to work, but just try my luck to see if that works. So wow, it worked. It worked, like really worked. So here we have latest video, which is set to full course, number of videos, which is 111, power, which is the ability to do work. Then when it comes to choice, there is choice, but it is empty, so I'm clearing the what is inside the choice. And if I do the same thing to power, it's going to remove the ability to do work, so I can clear individual stuff there. So that's for the clear. So that's for clear. Now the next thing is I can also copy a dictionary, right? Can also copy a dictionary. So but before I copy a dictionary, we can look through stuff and present their keys, print keys, and also print the value. So we can print keys and print value before I move to the default part aspect of it. So for instance, I want to look through some stuff in there, so I can just say for loop. I can use a for loop. I can just put x there in whatever we have in here. So I just paste that there, so I can print x. So I don't think I need this. So let's see what we get. I think this is gonna appeal the first one individually. So this gets latest video, number of videos, power, and choice. So this X is picking the keys. That's what it picks. The keys. Now if for instance I provide not just X, but I provide a Y, X and a Y, like this. So by providing that, I can decide to print. After printing that, I might decide to go ahead and print the Y. So printing the Y, I can clear my screen and okay, it's telling me too many values to unpack. I don't know why I'm having that error. Okay, so if it's doing that way, I can just for another loop, for loop y in, you can see whatever I call it in y, just like that. Then I can come over to this part and print y. So let's see if that works in looping through stuff like that. Okay, we still have the same thing there. So maybe I'm making a mistake somewhere. In X. So okay, so let me see if I, okay, that worked, but it's printing it individually. It's printing those stuff individually. So I think I can put a pass here and take everything here. So let's see what's going to happen. Okay, so let me run that again. So this getting more some stuff like that. So Okay, so for the loop, sorry, so if that's not going to work, then I'm going to include most of those things to assess their future. So starting from, so if we have x here, I can also call it as wasting channel, then in box I'm going to pass x in there. I don't know if that's going to work as straight as I think. Okay, so that works. So this, I think this is providing only the values. This provide the values as the answers, what we have here, which is the full stuff, 111, the ability to do work, and the other class we have created here, I mean this one we have just created here. So these stuff, they are provided in there. So that's for the first part. So let me just put here loop through values. So the first one we did, which was for loop x in wasting channel, and I printed x. That should be loop through keys. Let's call it loop through keys, like that. So we have talked about loop through values and loop through keys. So there are other ways we can loop through them based on the keys and the value. So for instance, we want to loop through value again in another way. We can say for, then we can say in for x in, then I can say wasting channel dot value, like that. So if I print that value of x, so let me see what we are going to get as our answer. So we still get the values of Python course 11, work at ability, and the rest. We can also print the remaining one to it for x in wasting channel dot keys, like that. Then we are going to print some stuff in there, x. So this is going to print the keys. So let me clear the screen we have here and run that. So only the keys in this place was printed out. So you can see that's another way of printing keys. So I can come in here and copy this loop through values, copy and paste here, and loop through keys, copy, and I'm going to paste here. So you can see I've looped through keys and values in different ways. So now we can even loop through the boats, which was I was trying the other time. Let me see. We have x comma. I'm trying to use that. If for instance I have item, because item is one of the method, maybe I haven't made mention of that, but that's one of the method we can still use individually. So I can just call it items, like that. So item should, is it item? It should be items. Sorry, I omitted something. In items in, so something like that. Then move to, I can print So I might decide to print I can decide to print X like that, and let's see what X is going to print out, and you can see what we have. Then we can do the other one to print that of Y, to print Y. So you can see the one of X is printing the other, and the other one is printing. So the one of Y is the value, while that of X is the keys. So we can say, we can even arrange those two there by using something like this. We can do something like the keys, something like keys equals to, then I can put curly brace there, and value equals to, then I can put whatever we have in there. So I'm just going to put format string. So the format string, I'm going to pass X comma Y, so just like that, and we can go ahead and print it. So you can see, so the keys equals to latest videos, and values equals to Python full course. Key here is equals to number of videos, and values equals to 111, and so forth, like that. So you can see the power of printing the both stuff in here. So if there's any part you are confused with, you can go and check on my previous videos on Python, which I've been doing all the way long. That I'm going to give you a clear understanding of what you can do in this stuff there. So the next one is copy, or is used to copy in dictionaries. So for you to be able to copy dictionaries, the first thing you do is Wisting, then channel, sorry. So Wisting channel, sorry, I can just create anything and use the copy keyword. So I can just say this is cloned, so something like that. So I'm assigning it to something called I'm going to use the copy keyword. So to do the copy, I can just say copy like that. Oh, sorry, copy like that. Then I'm going to pass that. Let me see how I can do that. Wisting channel. Okay, so I think this should work. So let me go ahead and print that. This is clone. So so you can see we still have the same thing, because this is a copy of this thing. So I can even use this and access all of those. So what about I just get rid of this and just assign it directly like this? Won't it still work? So let me see that it still do the same thing, and I can still go ahead and access some stuff there, like choice, sorry, like power. I think that I can do the same thing there. Let me see. See, you still have the ability to do work even with the copy and without the copy. So we can still do all those stuff that we can do, still the same thing. I don't think there's any difference here. We still have the same thing here. So That's for the copy. So there's another one too, still the same thing for the dict, the dictionary, whatever. So the way we use the dict, so maybe if you have any different way or identifying the difference between assigning it directly and copy, please let us know in the description. I'll highly respect and accept and appreciate your contribution. So this clone, which this clone I'm talking about, I'm just gonna say dict, then in the dict I'm going to pass the listing channel there, so I can still print some stuff, this clone, like that. So I clear and try to run that. We still have the same thing. So all the while this the same thing. So that's all for that, for dict and keys and many more. So there are other things, and this is just a few of what we can do with it. So please make sure you like, you subscribe, don't forget to share, and also for our new subscribers, I appreciate you for being with me all the way till now. So if there is any question at all, please let me know in the description below. Thank you and have a nice day.